And I know, and you know, and we all know, it knows that's that smell. It smells so well, my nose.
Hi guys, I am back with another candle review, and I'm doing it on the brand 719 Walnut Avenue. This is the lid. So this is in, I would say probably my favorite 719 Walnut candle that I've ever burned to date, and it's in the scent Mahogany Driftwood. Now, I've tried a lot of these 719 Walnut candles from Walmart, and I don't know, maybe it's just my Walmart, I don't know, I've seen other people talk about them, and I never get like the really cool, like earthy, woody type of scents, which of course are my favorite. My Walmart always has like the fruity, tropical, definitely all the florals, and they seem to always have those in stock, but they don't. The other ones just don't stay in stock, or else my Walmart doesn't get them for some reason. Yeah, they just don't get those other ones. In fact, I think someone had mentioned that 719 makes a fireside type of scent, and that is totally on my list. I've never seen it in any of the Walmarts in my area, and I'm kind of jelly, actually, because it's definitely, you know, one that... scent like that I could purchase in a local store would be awesome for me. So this is the next best thing, I guess, for me. This is Mahogany Driftwood, and it is a really good candle. To me, this one in particularly compares to like a Bath & Body Works candle. It is really good. A lot of these 719 Walnut candles can have really puny wicks, and not this one. And I purchased this scent before from 719. In fact, this is, like I said, it's my favorite scent from 719, so I do purchase it quite often when I can get it. And I say when I can get it because this scent sells out so quickly at my Walmart, it's crazy. Like, the day it comes in, I don't know if everyone just knows about it somehow or what, but it literally sells out the first day it comes in. So I got a call from a friend who works at Walmart and told me that this scent was put on the shelf that day. By the time I think I got there like at 2 or 3 in the afternoon after school, and this was the last one on the shelf. I texted her and said I got the very last one. She was shocked how fast it sold out, because when she first told me about it, that there was like 4 or 5 of them there. So it sells out really quickly, and I know it does because whenever I go to my Walmart quite often, actually, because I like all the different wax and candles there, so I'll just make a pass, check it out, and this candle is hardly ever there. It's really one of the first ones to sell out all the time, and it's my favorite one, so kind of unfortunate. It must be everyone else's favorite too, because it's hardly ever on the shelf. But anyways, I think I've gotten it probably 2 or 3 times. For sure 2 times, but I think probably 3. So I do like this one a lot. Have repurchased it a few times, and it's just my kind of scent. It's very woody, it's creamy. It kind of reminds me of, like, I know it says driftwood, but it kind of reminds me of like a sandalwood. It's very creamy and smooth like that. Like, it just has that vibe to it. Definitely has that vibe. And it also has that smokiness too. Anyways, it is the 14-ounce 3-wick candle, and the color of the wax on this one is kind of like a light cream, or not light, like a light tan color, or dark cream, I guess. And I believe that this one is part of their regular lineup, like, I don't know, I thought I remember seeing somewhere that it was like one of the summer, springtime releases, but I've seen this candle at different times of the year. So I'm going to read the description, and that's like on the bottom of the candle. It says, a cologne of mahogany and cedarwood are rounded with light floral notes. So I want to talk about this really quick because I absolutely love cedarwood, and yes, like I said, this has that smoky wood kind of feel, so it does have the cedarwood in there, definitely. You definitely can smell the cedarwood, but it has the creaminess and smoothness of like a sandalwood. Or, you know, I guess we could call that the mahogany part of it, because mahogany is a wood too, right? And actually that makes sense, because I've heard people compare mahogany wood with sandalwood, so the creaminess all kind of makes sense right there. Now, when it talks about the light floral notes, I'm not going to lie to you guys at all. I do not get one single floral note in this scent at all. Not on cold sniff, definitely not on warm burning right here next to me. I mean, I've been burning this candle for quite a while, and I do not ever smell any floral notes, so I do not know what they're talking about there. If there is a floral oil in here, it is hiding, and it always hides, because like I said, I burned this candle before, I've had it before, and I actually don't remember even that part about the description before, but I've never smelled a floral note in the scent. It's just a really smooth, creamy, smoky, very creamy wood. Sandalwood and mahogany wood and cedarwood is what you're gonna smell, and it's a very, very nice smell. Okay, the size I mentioned is a 14 ounce. The color I mentioned is kind of like a dark cream color. The price is $4.93 or $4.97. I guess I'm not sure. Or no, wait, $4.97 I think is the Walmart or the Better Homes and Gardens. The 719 Walnut I think is $4.93 if I'm not mistaken. And where to purchase? I believe Walmart or online. Let's see, I think this is like my 4th burn of this particular one right here. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5. And as you can see, this thing has like a super uber deep wax pool. I mean, that's like one of the deepest wax pools I think I've ever actually seen, actually, isn't it? I mean, it actually looks like I've had it like on a candle warmer. I mean, the wax pool is almost to the very bottom, guys. There might be a little bit of wax on the bottom that's totally solidified, but otherwise the whole thing is pretty much a wax pool. So, you know, some would say that's really super good, some would say that isn't. It just depends on your point of view, I guess, on that. But to me, I'm not complaining, especially because of the wicks. Now, the flames are amazing right now, and 719 is one of those brands that I definitely have the puny wick syndrome going on a lot with some of their candles. But what's really weird is I never do with this scent, the Mahogany Driftwood. So whenever I've purchased this scent from 719, I've never had that issue of puny wicks, so don't understand what the difference between the scents are. You think that they would use the same wicks for all of their scents, but anyways, the wicks on this particular one are incredible, amazing. I mentioned in the beginning, it definitely does remind me of a Bath & Body Works candle all around. The presentation, the wicks, the pooling out, the throw, everything. The descriptions, it just reminds me of that kind of a feel. Okay, I showed you guys the lid, talked about the price, the burn. Absolutely no tunneling. I have that on my list here, so I shouldn't have even mentioned it, because this candle, that's not even in sight. Don't have to worry about that. Okay, let's see here. What does this remind me of? This reminds me of Bath & Body Works or White Barn's mahogany teakwood, or actually more so like black teakwood. I just did a review on that one. It reminds me of mahogany teakwood, but just a lighter version of it, and that's kind of what my opinion was of the black teakwood. It's very similar to mahogany teakwood, just a little bit more toned down. And this one here is like in between those two. It's stronger than black teakwood by Bath & Body Works, definitely, but it's not as strong as the original mahogany teakwood. I've heard people recently saying that mahogany teakwood isn't strong anymore. I personally haven't purchased that candle now in quite a few months, but when I used to purchase it all the time, it was really strong, and most people say that it is too. So if they changed it, I don't know. I'm referring to, original. Mahogany teakwood always has a reputation of being strong usually. So I would say this one here, Mahogany Driftwood, is in between those two. And I think that's a pretty good way of gauging it. This is a really good one. I really like it. Will I repurchase this? Definitely, absolutely, yes. Really like it. In fact, now that I'm almost, getting to the bottom third of it or whatever, I definitely will be keeping my eyes open for it when I go to Walmart next and until I get it. Which hopefully won't be too hard because, like I said, I hardly ever see it on the shelf. So yeah, the scent description, like I said, is a smoky, creamy mahogany and cedarwood. Very, very nice. Now, they say the cologne of that, to me, the scent smells, I'm going to be honest, it smells more woody than it does cologne, just to let you guys know. This does not smell like a man's cologne, per se, like a lot of scents really can. Because this doesn't have any of, like, the bergamot or the lavender that usually goes with the woods to create that cologne kind of a scent. This is more just the woods, and I actually like it. And the throw, I would say, has been a consistent good on this one to high. I would say it's probably averaged around, you want to know what? This has actually been a consistent 7 or 8 out of 10. It's been pretty high, so that's a really good throw for a candle. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this one. I always have been. And I look forward to finishing it up and burning another one. Okay, guys, talk to you later. Smell well.